Truth, justice, healing, reconciliation. That is why we came here today.
Apologies matter, and they might not be the same thing to every single person who is being apologized to, but really the idea is that on a human level, the church acknowledges the human rights abuses, the pain and suffering, the intergenerational trauma, and cares enough about Indigenous people to make that apology.
This week marks our last Power Play episodes of 2022, and in no particular order, we are highlighting the Power Players of the year. They're the people at the heart of some of the most important stories of this past year. Now, one of those is the historic apology delivered on Canadian soil. This year, a delegation of Indigenous leaders and residential school survivors traveled to the Vatican. That week of meetings culminated in the Pope apologizing to Indigenous delegates at a public audience. And then this summer, he apologized in Canada during a 6-day visit to this country. Indigenous leaders have been clear. The apology is a start, not an end. So what does that apology mean to Indigenous communities? And looking ahead to next year, what needs to happen next in Canada's journey on the road to reconciliation? Let's find out. Joining me now is Métis National Council President Cassidy Caron and Inuit Tapiri Kantanami President Natin Obed. Thank you both so much for being here. We appreciate this. I wanted to ask you, because you were both in Rome for that audience with the Pope, and I wanted to get both your reactions. We'll start with you, President Caron. What did that mean for you and your community to hear that from the Pope in the Vatican?
So it meant something different for everybody. When we were at the Vatican specifically, we had 3 Métis residential school survivors that we were sitting with. For those 3 individuals, it meant a lot. It was a step forward on our journey for reconciliation to have that acknowledgement. But I know it is very individual. It is a very personal moment. And for others, it just simply will never be enough.
President Obed, for you, what was it like?
Well, it's a culmination of decades of work for First Nations, Inuit and Métis leaders in Canada calling for the Catholic Church to fully apologize for its role in the residential school era. So for an advocacy and a political platform, it certainly felt as though we were now in a categorically different space. As President Caron has said, it means something different to each individual that hears it. But from a systemic perspective and from a relationships perspective, it also unlocks the potential to do more work together without this sticking point and the Catholic Church's previous refusal to apologize as being pretty much the only thing that we were willing to discuss.
President Caron, when President Obed just said that it unlocks potential, what does that mean for 2023 in that walk on the road to reconciliation?
It means that we can continue to move forward. I think the last day that the Pope spent in Canada, we traveled up to Iqaluit, and when Pope Francis was leaving Canada, when he was on the plane, a journalist asked him if what happened during residential schools was genocide. And the Pope said it was. The fact that that has been recognized as genocide by someone who holds such power and authority does unlock a lot of potential for us to move forward, recognizing that it's genocide, recognizing that we can have these conversations now without simply saying that it was only cultural genocide, because it was so much more than that.
President Obed, is there a next step also for the Catholic Church that needs to happen here?
Absolutely. We came to Rome with very clear positions and requests of the Catholic Church. The primary request was that the Catholic Church do all in its power to extradite a previous oblate, Johannes Revoir, back to Canada. And I asked the Pope to directly intervene and try to compel this person to come back to Canada. As of now, we don't have any indication that the Pope has done that. And we also don't have any indication that the French government or the Canadian government can compel this person to come back and face charges in Canada. That is a specific thing. We have many other issues that we would like to work with them on.
and certainly things that will have to be addressed in 2023. Before I let you go, I wanted to ask you about the situation that we continue to follow in Winnipeg with the remains of 2 women that seem like they have been in that landfill. How important is it on the road to reconciliation, and especially when you consider what this country has faced with missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls, how important is it that there are now steps being taken to have this feasibility study and to possibly return them home, President Karen?
It's really important, but it's taken too long. We continue as Indigenous people to face systemic injustices, and when they rise to the surface and calls from our people to do more continue to go ignored for weeks before anything is done, it just highlights how much more work that we have to do. The feasibility study is a good step forward and in the right direction, and we're hoping for all the right outcomes, but it did simply take too long.
And President Obed, I mean, took too long, but also seemingly there was that original roadblock from the Winnipeg police chief in saying this isn't possible at all. But that change in the week, is that a good signal that at least there was that step?
Well, we've heard that the federal government has pledged to provide resources wherever they can in this particular instance, but the response should never have been on day one that there's just nothing we can do and we're sorry, but too bad. Especially considering the work that we have all done together on the inquiry into murdered and missing Indigenous women and girls and the final report. We still have a long way to go to implement it. And for First Nation, Inuit, and Métis women in this country, we need to do more. And this is part of doing more, is respecting the lives of these women in the way in which then these proceedings unfold in places like Winnipeg.
President Obed, President Karen, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate this.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Manitoba Premier Heather